I'm just an ordinary average guy.
It's a great, big, beautiful world out there. And here I sit, sucking on popsicles.
Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of the Imbasciani Chronicles, and we're doing something a little different. I'm up here in St. Petersburg with my good friend and comedian, Dean Napolitano. How are you, sir?
Good, buddy.
It's good to see you.
Thanks for picking me up.
Of course.
Nice car, nice
Thank
seats.
you. Yes.
Some good lumbar support, like I was saying.
I know.
I have a Kia, so I don't know how they designed that car. Mostly for short Asian people, but
Right. At least, can you see over the steering wheel?
well, barely, dude. It scoops down. Like yours has it's got a nice feel, like your hip. You know, my hips.
Right.
I don't like my hips hurting when I get done
No, you want that
driving.
nice bolstering where you feel you can make those sharp turns.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
Really need
Like
to.
it's tight. Like
Yeah.
My first car was a. There's a weird way to just get into this, but what was Datsun? Was that
Oh, that's
Japanese?
Nissan, yeah.
Nissan.
Yeah.
So I had a Datsun 240Z. That was my first car.
My dad loved his Datsun.
Oh.
And we were talking about that when I was looking, and eventually I got this, but we looked and went to Nissan because now they have the new Zs that are out, which are actually really nice, but they're turbocharged, and I'm not a big fan of turbochargers.
Yeah.
And they had an old, it was souped up, Datsun in the showroom. And he was like, mine was the same color, and it was so much fun to drive, and it was really a really nice car.
It was a cool car. I mean, mine, I think I had a 74 or 2. I can't remember. I used to know it. 240Z, you know, the two doors that had a modified Holley 4-barrel carburetor on it.
Yeah, that's what this restored one had, was the
Yeah.
4-barrel carburetor.
And that thing, the speedometer said 180, I think I remember. And I was like, holy.
Yeah.
But it was the coolest car. I saw that car driving home from school late in my early senior year, and I was like, I want that car. And my dad's like, you don't want that car. Because
You're going to get in trouble with it.
yeah, when he goes, he looked at it, and he was right. The floorboards were rotted out. The guy had mats over it, didn't know. You know, drove through a puddle on the way to school one morning and water right in the face.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Sports cars, I don't know, especially the older you get, like I don't like getting out of low cars.
Yeah, that's the problem with my Corvette, is it's an 88, so it's so low to the ground. Like even me, I'm pushing 30, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say you hit 30 and
Yeah,
you're like,
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to, because you don't want to make noise.
Right.
I asked my girlfriend, I was like, do I make noise every time I get out of it? Because my dad used to do it.
Right.
Because I caught myself going like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just a given. You don't know when that switch gets flipped in your body.
Yeah.
But you just start doing it.
You know, it's Family Guy had that where every time Peter got up, he's like, ugh, I'm gonna make old guy noises, but you know, it's normal. But I that car was super low, the 240.
Really?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I was 18.
Right. So that kept you limber.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know,
It
but
was the workout.
I drove that F-150 forever. And
Oh, that's
you know,
right.
you get up in there, and
Yeah.
that thing that was like.
But that's then the opposite. It's like, you're climbing the ladder to get up into it. So
But easier.
Right, yeah.
For the older you get.
Well, because as you're getting out, you just fall out of it. It's climbing up into it and falling out of
Right,
it.
so
It's
true.
okay. The sports car is the opposite. You fall down into it, which is easy, but then it's the getting up out of it that
Right.
becomes the problem.
Right. And if it's not too high of a truck, easy to get into.
Right.
You know, my dad would get in. My dad was 94. I'd take him to his doctor's appointments. He grabbed the handle.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
just...
I tell you what, the Ford F-150 has the strongest weight per handle ratio for a person, because this son bitch, I'd be like, I can't believe that handle hasn't ripped out yet.
Right. There you go.
You know, it's so easy to get in and out of. That's what I like. So the car I got now, I'm going back to a truck, I think.
Yeah.
After
Well, and so that's why you see the mid-sizes are now so popular. They're even getting rid of what I call the jelly bean cars. You know, they're all the same shape, just different colors.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
You're
getting
right.
rid of those, yeah. They're getting rid of those, and now all you're seeing are these mid-size crossover SUVs. That's not like a full-on like Tahoe or Expedition. It's a little more smaller, like the RAV4s. Even a 4Runner's big compared
Yeah.
to what you're seeing. Like all these, the Escape, the Chevy.
But like you said,
that
they're all the
Chevy.
same shape, right?
Right.
And I saw this whole thing.
These are the
on-
jumbo gel. These are the peanut M&Ms.
Yeah. These are the big guys.
Yeah.
Well, there's supposed to be a study and a conspiracy theory about, the way they design things now is to keep people kind of lulled into everything's the same.
Oh yeah.
The way McDonald's looked back in the day in the 70s and 80s,
Had
it was all
pizzazz.
colors and pizzazz,
Right.
and now it's
The fun
great.
zone for kids.
Yeah, the fun zone, and the Pick-a-Virus Playland. I had a bit on that. They had the balls, yeah, and
With as many diseases as
Dude,
you could think of.
It was so dirty. But you let your kids jump in it because, one time there was a diaper in the freaking thing.
Oh.
And my wife, when I was married, was like, "Oh my God, there's a diaper!" And my daughter's just sitting in there like holding.
Yeah,
"Daddy!"
look at the ball.
Yeah. So I had a joke when I said, I took my daughter to McDonald's, and I was like, I call it the Pick-a-Virus Playland. I go, you pick up one of the balls, it's got a disease on the
Yeah,
ball.
there you go. But yeah, like you said, now they're all gray.
Yeah, great. Look at the cars.
Yeah.
Like right in front of us, two the same color cars.
One's a Chevy, one's a Toyota.
Yeah, and even though the colors were wacky in the 70s and 80s, they were bright and vibrant.
Yeah, you're seeing that now a little bit more
I
with the
have.
sports cars. But there's also like this ugly blue that's been going around. I don't know what they call it. They call it like grabber blue or something, and it's just not a nice color.
I gotta see it. I haven't seen it.
Or now you have the opposite, which is what I call the asphalt gray, which is like the perfect NPC color of just conforming to society. Like that's more just black, dark gray, but
Yeah.
just it literally blends in with the road and serves no purpose. And I was having that conversation with Dave Landau of they just want you to get in your car that has hardly any range on it because it's an EV. Go
Yeah.
to your job that you hate, and do nothing with your life because you're meant to be just an NPC. There's no
Yeah.
personality in it anymore.
Yeah, it's so true. It's, you go, that's why I try to everybody goes to chain restaurants,
Right.
you go to a Chili's, whatever, you know what you're gonna get.
Every now and then, because you forgot how bad it was.
And you do, and you get the rubber chicken.
Right, and you're like, why did we come here?
Why did I come here? I went to Chili's with my daughter. I was up in Daytona doing shows last
Yeah.
weekend, and after the show, she's pregnant, and we didn't eat. We go to Chili's after the show. There were prom kids in there.
Oh.
Here's the fucked up part. Can we curse on that?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So here's the fucked up part. There was a table of guys, 5 guys, no girls at the table. And on the other side, when I went to the bathroom, table of girls.
Right.
They didn't know each other.
Yeah.
They all just went to the prom.
Yeah.
And the guys were kind of dressed up. Couple guys had suits, 1, 2 didn't.
Yeah.
Girls were all dressed up, but not together at the prom. And the idea of the prom is the dance. You ask someone to the prom. Like, to me, I wasn't a dancer. So if I didn't have a girlfriend, I'm not going. Like, there was once in a while you'd see a guy a guy or a girl would go and just go. I think they called it stag.
Oh right.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's-
yeah. Going
but-
stag, you go by yourself, and you try
Yeah.
to meet a girl at the prom.
Yeah, but that's like fishing. Is there going to be a single girl at the prom? Generally,
Right.
no. Every girl was taken.
Yeah.
Or opposite for guys. And
Which I was homeschooled, so there was no prom. I just
So
I hung out with my mom.
Your mom, you got your mom a nice corsage. and
Exactly.
She made you dinner.
This is the box step. Thanks,
Michael,
Mom.
we're gonna do the square dance
When's
now.
dinner?
Yeah.
Who's catering?
My mom was my prom date. It should be a movie of the week.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. And I told my daughter, she graduated in 2012, and they had the prom.
Yeah.
And it was the whole thing. But I guess it's different. But here's the thing: I look over at the table. I go, Erica, look at these. Look at every one of them's on their phone. And I know that's a normal thing. We all see it. But it's prom night. You guys are all there on your own, and you're on your phone out at a Chili's. It's like, how fucking lame
Yeah.
is that prom night?
Right.
Are you gonna?
That you're paying for, right? They have to pay to
Of
go.
course,
don't they?
yeah. It's still
How much for the dress? How much for the rented suit?
Yeah,
You know?
if they got a tux, because we all got tuxes, I
Right.
think, on senior prom. And also, we got a limo.
Yeah.
Like, that was when you played, like, all right, we're the Gatsbys. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the prom will eventually go away. you
Yeah.
know?
I think so. It was funny. When I was 14, 15, I did have a girlfriend who went to public school, and I was able to go with her to one of the homecoming dances.
Okay.
And it was hilarious because it was Las Vegas themed. So they literally had gambling in the school gym.
I love that shit.
Now, no money exchanged, of course. They just gave you chips.
Fake gambling.
Right.
Yeah.
Fake gambling of blackjack. Nobody knew how to play poker, so it was all just blackjack. And literally, nobody wanted to dance. My date didn't want to dance, so I literally stood at the blackjack table all night, and I was racking up.
Oh, you're getting chips. You're like, what am I?
I know.
So I had a girlfriend. We lived together for 5 years, and her work had a Christmas party.
Oh, casino themed.
Yes, casino theme. And it's funny because I was like, what is the point here? What are we doing? So you get chips, and we got the
There's one
5-0
ambulance
coming
over
in.
there.
Oh, here we
That
go.
way.
Yeah.
I know, you always looked.
I know,
Where's
you
it
never
coming
know
from?
until it's right up on your ass.
Because
and then
nobody moves out of the way.
Well, and then sometimes you don't see it or hear it until it's right there, and then
Right.
the guy's like, "Wah," you're like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I don't want to kill the guy in your
The
car.
Subaru behind me isn't moving, so
Right.
where do you expect me to go?
And you get the person that just does the,
Yeah.
oh God, you know.
But then if you can get behind the ambulance, if you're going the same
Oh,
direction,
yeah.
then, I mean, it's
Oh,
green
fuck yeah.
light after
Yeah.
green light,
Hell yeah.
and it's beautiful here.
just-
No traffic.
I've done that maybe once or twice in my life. It's very rare.
It's very
But,
rewarding feeling.
It is.
Anyway, prom.
Oh yeah, so the girlfriend with
Christmas party.
the Christmas party.
Yeah.
This is 100%. I'm up there and I'm playing craps.
Yeah.
Craps is fun, but it's fake money, so I'm betting all the so-called sucker bets.
Right.
The hard ways, you know, the yos, right? And I'm hitting. And
Yeah.
I'm stacking, and
You're feeling good.
I'm feeling great. So this thing happened to be, if you get chips, I think the amount of chips you got went into the raffle thing, and you could win prizes. Oh. So whatever.
Yeah.
But
You
this,
don't think much about it.
no, because you had to have a lot of chips to be the top. You know.
Yeah.
This one dude next to me's like, he had like, you know, I had like 800,000 in chips. You know, it got
Right.
ridiculous. This dude's like, I don't know if I want to put this on there. I don't want to gamble it. I'm like, what are you gonna get? Fake jail? You're not gonna pay your tab?
You're gonna get your kneecaps fake broken by the loan shark.
Yeah, exactly. Is it like a fake bouncer gonna come in? It just
Yeah.
none of that makes sense. The fake casino thing. I see those now. You know, they prep us to gamble our whole lives.
Oh, it's everywhere now. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. He should be given his family should be given a full apology letter because he's rolling in his grave every time
And
MLB
still
talks
no.
about DraftKings and the prop bets that you can have for baseball now. It's ridiculous. Everybody and their brother's advertising it.
There's
But
more to that story.
oh yeah,
There's got to be more. He must
it's
know.
attitude.
He knows where the scientists are.
yeah.
He knows, 'cause-
Well, he's dead, so
Yes.
he knows
They're
exactly
like,
where the scientists
get him
are
for
because they're all
gambling.
dead too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the weird. Let's go into that.
Yeah, that's
That
the
was-
one I wanted to talk about because we were talking. I saw this morning. I was looking at it. It's like 11 scientists.
Yeah.
Here's where so you got to do the game of Clue.
Right.
Right. How are
Yes.
they connected? Some of them aren't, but there's one girl that went on a hike and the family said she had mental health issues. She killed herself. Sad.
Right.
Okay. So in my mind, I'm watching this news report. Sorry, I hit my
Yeah.
mic. I'm watching the news report. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the one that throws you off, right? So you remember the movie Shooter with Mark
Wahlberg, yeah.
No, not Shooter. Was it Shooter? It was the one. No, it was the Tom Cruise one. The first Reacher.
Oh yeah.
The movie Reacher.
Right.
So Reacher.
Right.
When he goes and has to defend the guy, he goes and looks, and then if you remember, the shooter, he shot 4 other people before he shot the one he was going for. You remember?
Right.
It was
Yeah,
the lady,
that's right.
It was all a deal.
Yeah.
So
It also looked like a
it
random
looked
shooting,
like
but
a
there was
mass
really
shooting.
one target.
There was
Yeah.
one target. Okay, so you go and you look at this. So it was 11 scientists.
Right. Some all with NASA.
4.
Okay.
4 NASA jet propulsion scientists.
Right.
3 of them, 3 more worked at the Los Alamos National Lab.
Okay. What do they do there?
I don't know.
Classified.
Los Alamos, was that, where is that? New Mexico?
New
Texas?
Mexico, yeah.
Okay, so
think-
here's the one that they said. And I've heard it 4 times now and seen it where they go. The one guy, excuse me, was killed at the Brown University shooting.
Oh,
that's the
there's
one
your-
that they just keep discounting.
Right.
So there's the mass shooting, and there's maybe the target.
Right.
If we're gonna go, full
If you're going to
fun,
go,
if we're gonna put the
for
hats on.
context,
Yeah.
folks, Dean,
This
is
is
my
all-
favorite conspiracy theorist. He's wearing a fun shirt. We'll take a picture of it
Yeah.
and show you later. But
Yeah.
yeah, we love the conspiracy.
We love a
theory,
good
so
conspiracy theory.
If you have a good conspiracy theory, drop it in the comments. We want to know about it because Dean wants to know about it, and we
There's
will
a-
dig into it.
It's actually a game now. You play with your family. Have you seen it?
No.
The conspiracy theory game,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you have your people at your house. It's and you all come up with a conspiracy theory, and everybody votes on who's
And
is
you
the
get
best.
I've seen that because you get
Yeah.
to form your own
Right.
aluminum foil hat.
Yes.
Yes.
What a great idea!
That is a great idea.
It's fun stuff to talk about. It's like
Yeah.
when people get real serious and they're like, no, and they're
Yeah.
like, they are killing you with this. But some
Well, in the last 6 years, I believe the conspiracy theorists have been batting 1,000.
they
so-
have been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
I
but
know.
and I've been pretty accurate on all mine. But we won't even get into that
No.
that moon mission that just happened.
Oh yeah, alleged.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, how do you? It's weird that all of a sudden the scientists now they're doing a probe into it, the Justice Department, and
Yeah.
they're saying, okay, is there a connection?
Well, because they just had the latest one where he allegedly took a gun and just walked out into the desert, and nobody ever heard from him again.
Right.
You would think that if he did that just to off himself, you would find him.
a body, there'd be
Something.
buzzards
Yeah.
flying around. Also, and the one guy left his phone, left all of his money,
Right.
his wallet.
Yeah.
So, people leave their phone now for 10 minutes, they freak out.
Yeah.
It's a very freeing feeling when you don't have your phone.
That's true. It's freeing
but-
for him.
Yeah, freedom for everybody.
Yeah.
But where did he go?
Right. Well, yeah. When you have this new technology they talked about that they found the second pilot that went missing.
Exactly.
With this ghost murmur technology, they can scan a mountain and see his heartbeat. I mean, that's insane. And
you're-
they've had technology like this for a while.
If we're hearing about it now,
They've had it for 20 years.
they've had it for because they always say they're 10 to 20 years ahead of us, right?
Right.
So, the fact that they admitted to that technology, and this is that Spielberg movie coming out this summer. What's it called? I can't wait to see it because that's Full Disclosure. Have you heard
Okay.
this film? You
I
seen
think
this
so.
film?
Yeah.
And J.J. Abrams has one coming out too that looks pretty good. I think it's something Oak Street.
Okay.
But Spielberg, if you think about him, you go back, I think he did he do Close Encounters in E.T.? He did E.T.
He did
for a
E.T.,
fact.
yeah.
Close Encounters might have been, I think it was, because Richard Dreyfuss was in it. And
Oh, yeah.
He did Jaws with Dreyfuss.
Okay.
So, but go back and watch Close Encounters and you see everything they're talking about today in that
Right.
movie. Great movie if you haven't seen it. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah. I've never seen that.
You need to watch that.
I know. Yeah.
Because you'll see it where everybody thinks Richard Dreyfuss is crazy. He's like, no,
That was just What About Bob, wasn't it?
no, I hated that movie. What about Bob?
What about Bob?
Oh, shit. That movie, though, there was a funny parody video on MTV or VH1 that made fun of Close Encounters. It was like when shorts weren't even a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. They had this song. It was like, "Gonna build a mountain in my living room," and the guys with the mashed potatoes.
Oh,
When you
yeah,
see the
yeah.
movie, you'll get it.
Right.
Richard Dreyfuss has this vision of this mountain where the project is going on and all the UFOs are, and he starts carving his mashed potatoes with his kids at the table. They all think he's going nuts.
Yeah.
But when you become obsessed about these things,
Mm-hmm.
so what happened to that scientist, bro?
I don't know. Speaking of what happened to the Mets?
I can't even. I was gonna, I'm a casual fan. I love the
Right.
Mets.
Yeah.
Because I was in New York when they won the series
Yeah.
as a kid. in
Which
high
was
school.
86?
86 Mets.
86,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Bill Buckner.
Yeah.
Last year, losing that game and not making it to the.
Yeah.
And now this year, with that.
Which I'm a Yankee fan, as you know.
I know.
We have the constant sharing of when the team chokes. which the Mets usually choke a little bit earlier than the Yankees, and then eventually the Yankees choke. So we have that shared trauma.
The Mets do this. They choke, and then they go on a hell of a streak.
Yeah.
They make a run for it, and then they fail.
Yeah.
But here's a conspiracy theory on the Mets right now.
Right?
You seen it?
I have.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yep, and it is, of course, the Mamdani,
Yeah.
who is the new mayor there of New York City and wants to tax everybody.
He hugged Mr. and Mrs. Met.
Yep, when you did that, and well, let's preface this by saying, last year, was it last year or the year before, they had Grimace
Yeah,
from McDonald's, the big purple thing.
Yeah.
And that's when the Mets unveiled their City Connect uniforms that were that like dark gray and the other gray and the purple and stuff, and it's like, okay, and then they started doing this thing with McDonald's. Grimace shows up, threw out the first pitch, did something, just did Grimace things, and they went on this historic run of win after win after win, and just great plays and great things and all this, that, and the other thing.
Bring him back.
Bring him back. Now you have the exact opposite. You have Mamdani, the mayor, hugging Mrs. Met, who everybody's saying, that's a dude in that suit, right? All these people in love with Mrs. Met, and it's like, it's probably a very short, just dude, right?
Yeah.
And now they've had, at the time of recording this, which it's a Tuesday here, this will come out on a Monday, so almost a week from today.
Yeah.
They've
11
lost
in a row.
11 in a row. You hope they can snap it, which maybe they do.
I saw that no team has ever made the World Series losing 9 games in a row in a season. So it's, and then typical Mets and Jets fan will be like, maybe we'll be the first.
Yeah, we can snap that. Yeah.
But it's just hard being a Mets fan. It's hard being a Jets fan. It's
hard being a Yankees fan right now because everybody says, well, it's the Yankees and they have so many championships. Not this team.
Yeah.
2009 was the last World Series win for the Yankees.
But you've been to it how many other times?
Only
2?
2? I think it was 2. It
Well,
might have
even
been
that-
just 1 because it
even
was
if it's
2024.
1. I mean, when did
least
they
you
go?
got
Last
there.
year, right?
No, 2024.
Okay, so 2024, you were there. You got to watch. You get to,
Right.
It's like being a Jets fan, and you. My girlfriend is a knitter. She knits.
Yeah.
You've met her.
Yeah.
And she's when we first started dating, she's like, do you care if I take my knitting stuff to the bar to watch? I want to watch the Jet game. I looked at him like, you know how hard it is to be a Jet fan? I'm going to show up with you knitting?
Yeah, it's like knowing nothing exciting is going to happen.
Knowing nothing, and you're just so bored. And I'm like, no!
I'm just
so-
here for moral support. He's going to need it.
She didn't get it,
I'm knitting him a blanket so he
she's
can
like,
cry himself to sleep
I'm
with
knitting
it.
him tissues. Yeah. I go, Emily, I can't have my girlfriend knitting while the Jet game's, on. And now I said, go ahead, bring your stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I give it up. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Because someone was knitting at a show at McCurdy's when I was there.
Really?
Girl in the front, and she's just like, and I keep seeing her look down and just giggling, and I go, Are you knitting?
Yeah.
And then she's with the husband who's, laughing at the whole thing. So I had to concede. I was like, all right, go ahead, bring your needles.
Well, that then stems from she's used to doing it while watching her Netflix comedy special.
Probably.
So what do you see as far as the pre-Netflix era
Yeah.
and now this era of everybody and their brother has a Netflix special, or it's so many people on the Instagram and YouTube that in this internet community, and especially those videos that go viral, you've had one, the Wizard of Oz one, that did well because of hecklers. You're seeing these videos and just this uptick in people getting involved more in comedy clubs. And they really shouldn't be. They think they, get to be part of the show, and that's not how it goes.
So I'm so glad you brought that up because I was just in Daytona. It's my 35th year of comedy, which still blows me away when I say it. I started in Daytona at a contest.
Cool.
And a little Tina lady was up in the front, old, probably my age, but and I'm 4 minutes into the show. And I'm doing a little bit of nostalgia up there. I go, I started comedy 35 years ago, right across the bridge, and I made it across. I did a joke about that. I make fun of Daytona a little bit. And this girl, she's already been made fun of by another one of the comedians. She had sunglasses on, looked like she was stoned, and she's like, "You know I can do what you do." Just with that thick of an accent. I sound like Tony Montana's sister. And I go, "What's that?" She goes, "I can do what you do." I said, "Oh, really?" And literally, I never get, you've known me a while.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get mad.
No.
I don't look for
You have
crowd
fun
work.
with
I have fun with them.
Yeah.
I have never in my entire career looked for crowd work. I hear comics go, "I'm working on my crowd work." No, crowd work happens organically, right?
Right.
You don't,
As it should.
as it should. I want to do my material that I prepared.
Right. Because you've worked hard. It's
I've worked
funny,
hard.
good material.
I'm sweating it out. I'm doing new jokes, and I had all this new stuff that I was, doing now.
You still didn't get that clean 15 minutes, did you?
No, I got, dude. No, you know what? That show you came to at
Yeah.
Snappers, I got it. I think it's at 13 something. I'm gonna try to slip it
There
in.
you go.
But that one lady, right?
Yeah.
Made the mistake of just looking at her, and she feels the need to talk.
Yep.
This bitch, she's like, "I can do what you do."
Yeah.
I go, "Oh, yeah? Come on up." So I bring this bitch on stage, and she's like, "Okay, ladies." I'm not even joking with this accent.
Yeah.
"Let's talk about the menopause."
Oh, jeez.
Okay, the menopause. I stood behind her like this, with my arms folded, and I just got someone else's angle of the video, so I'm going to cut it together.
Yeah.
But part of that's bad because then I'm giving them a platform.
Right.
But my brother was like, "Dude, you look mad." I go, "I was boiling inside," because people that know me know, like, that's not my normal demeanor. And when I gave her like a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes, and then the other comic was like, "You gave her more time than Kill Tony gives people." I said, "Because I wanted her to burn up there."
Yeah, she
I
was
wanted
killing,
her,
right?
I didn't know, it was horrible.
Yeah.
But I wanted her to fail for longer. I was like, "Go ahead and
Yeah.
do 10, do 15."
Yeah.
But, dude, so she goes, "It's too much, it's too much." And I go, "Yeah, it's too much, it's too much." While I was on stage, and that got a big laugh. And
Yeah.
But, man, it was...
You're just seeing it more and more.
You're seeing it more and more. And the problem, like you said, everyone getting a Netflix special, and I don't begrudge anybody for doing something or coming up with something, because I think you got to change, you got to adapt. But I had an open micer at the show, comes into the green room, and he's doing 5 minutes. The club gave him 5 minutes because he, I guess, did well.
As a regular, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, "All right, that's fine, 5 minutes." He says to me, "Yeah, I'm doing a whole new 5 minutes, all new jokes." I'm like, I said, "You might want to do one of the ones you think works."
Yeah, right.
And went up and didn't go well.
Right.
But the point is, if you've been up on stage as an open mic, or even if you've been doing it for a year, I don't know. I don't know. Like you said, the Netflix thing.
Well, and I just
I don't watch a lot of
from no, it's like you don't want to. Lovejoy talks about that on the radio. It's like he doesn't think he'd be good at writing material because he just listens to it all the time.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's difficult.
And you don't want to subconsciously take a bit or absorb something.
Yeah, it's very, and that's with me with music. It's very hard to be original when your whole life is surrounded by it. And,
It's it. So
right.
you have
So
to, like,
you
get
start
out.
thinking of an idea,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh wait, that's already this song.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but as far as with the Netflix thing or the Instagram and TikTok and YouTube trend is just people seem to feel like they have an entitlement to be included.
Yes.
As
the
opposed,
audience, yes.
right, as opposed to if
Going-
you go to a Broadway show, you're not like, I've seen this 3 times. Let me be a backup dancer.
So there's
You
no
know?
respect for the art
Right.
or the sacrifice. I say loosely. It's not like we're out there on the battlefield of your time and what you've given to. Is this the place here?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Go ahead.
It's just Mazzaro.
Yeah.
Or that you've given to dedicate to the craft.
Right.
And
The time, the effort, the energy.
Yeah, and the missed events and the things that you do. I mean, these things in this business that I would never do again, or some things I would change. But you do. Man, look at this.
I know, this place is slammed.
Oh, that guy's a handicapped guy.
Yeah.
I could limp.
Yeah, right. Get the sticker.
It's annoying as F.
All right, so we've moved out of the car. We're over here getting lunch at a very cool spot that Dean recommended. Where are we?
Mazzaro's, I think it's called.
Mazzaro's, yeah.
Italian deli.
An Italian Wonderland is more like it.
It's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. If I had a nickel every time I heard that. But anyway.
You'd have 1 nickel from yourself.
No, we've never been here. I've never been here. They got wine area, cheese area.
I mean, whatever you think you'd expect, you'd be wrong. It's humongous. Which, if I had a penny every time I'd hear that.
Yeah. You'd have 0 cents.
Yeah.
No, it's
We just thought we'd come in, grab some lunch because we heard they have like a really good deli section. But it literally it's the Italian Buc-ee's. So if you're
really
in,
is.
yeah,
It really is.
as you said, it's the Italian Buc-ee's.
And this was here before Buc-ee's was even around. So
exactly.
fucking Buc-ee's stole their idea.
Yeah.
And made it.
They Americanized it.
Buc-ee's is like if Walmart fucked a Cracker Barrel, that's a Buc-ee's.
That's fair.
This is an Italian.
You probably could buy an old farmsicle in a Buc-ee's in the right city.
You probably could.
know?
This is real Italian stuff here. I mean,
Whole wine room, whole cheese room with samples. We didn't even get to the dessert counter yet, but we got lunch at the lunch counter. And wow, yeah, this is chicken parm sub.
Yeah, we.
And it makes the camera faint.
So then we ran into.
Of course, our other Italian friend Eric Andreas, the owner of Bassani's comedy theater in Port Charlotte.
Port Charlotte, awesome club, great food. And he's in here. He's getting a bunch of lunch meat.
Yeah.
Because his grandmother he told us, ran an Italian deli for 30 years. And he's getting all this lunch meat. He goes, I got the gabagool, I got the whatever,
the
this,
cheese,
that.
the salami.
And we go, did you bring a cooler? He goes, no, I don't need a cooler. I go, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours to get back to Port Charlotte. You'll be fine. It's been ages.
Yeah.
Fucking dude.
It's cheese, it's meat, who cares?
Yeah,
It's been dry aged as it is.
Your wife's gonna be shitting for a week.
Well, and of course he couldn't eat it in the car, so he had to get a sandwich as well to eat on the way back.
In the car.
In the car. Although I wouldn't eat this in my car because it's a little messy.
This is ridiculous.
But while you get ready for your first bite, I'll just say too. You also you get all the meat and the cheese and the bread, so you can assemble a week's worth of sandwiches throughout the week. But then you got to get your sandwich here too. Check this place out, Mazzaro's up here in St. Pete. It's unbelievable.
It's like a real chicken cutlet.
This is a real chicken cutlet.
We have one of them knives and forks.
Yeah.
This is gonna get messy.
Yeah. So we're gonna eat this, and we'll catch up with you in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So we finished our lunch at Mazzaro's, and you can see his nice shirt, Ford's Theater.
And a bag of shit that I didn't plan on getting, but
Exactly.
you can't leave this place without getting a bag of stuff.
Yeah.
Mike actually bought
Yeah. We're
a cool
Italian.
bag.
We keep the good stuff in the trunk.
He bought fish and
Steak,
everything.
cannolis.
$6 for the cool bag,
Yeah.
which is not a bad deal.
But now I'll always have it and always remember where I need to go for the good stuff.
And the bread's only got 5 ingredients. It's real bread.
Real bread. And you can't leave the Italian Wonderland Mazzaro's without the semolina bread. Freshly sliced.
I got the French baguette, but I'm kind of regretting it.
All right, we're back in the car here, and full from lunch and a very full shopping experience. And
Awesome.
Thank you for this recommendation.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're in St. Pete, Mazzaro's Italian Market is where you want to be. And it's where you want to be so much, we can't go anywhere without running into people we know.
Eric Andreas, the owner of Bassani's Comedy Club and Dinner Theater.
In Port Charlotte.
In Port Charlotte.
Go see
Excellent
Dean
food.
when he's there. Go see me when I'm there.
We'll both perform there.
Yeah. Tuesday, June 16th for the Simply Clapton show.
Great
We have a
show.
date coming up soon, I think, too.
But of course, we run into him, and he's a full-blooded Italian, and he's buying his deli meats.
His meats and cheeses and breads for his sandwiches for the week.
I don't know if he's got an artery that's not hardened. He had everything, the gabagool, the prosciutto. He's like, I got the gabagool.
Owning an Italian restaurant,
Yeah.
it's a prerequisite
He
to
owns-
have already the hardened arteries.
What's your blood type?
Yeah.
Eric Bacon?
Yeah.
So,
Vodka sauce.
and then Mike says, well, you're driving back to Port Charlotte? It's like 2 hours, right?
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Hour and
yeah.
a half.
With no cooler.
With no cooler. He goes, you're going to get some ice? No, it's cured meat. It'll be fine. I'm like, all right, yeah, let me risk diarrhea for
Yeah.
six,
For the gabagool.
for the gabagool. $6, Eric. You could have got the bag. Mike did it.
I got the bag.
It's a nice Mazzaro's bag. It's reusable.
It's in the trunk.
But highly recommend this.
Oh
place.
yeah, I mean it's one of those places you go in for a sandwich, which that was the other thing Eric got, because you can't come up here for the deli meats, cheeses, and bread and then have to drive back with it sitting next to you and not eat it. So you have to get, as Steve Simeone would say, the car sub.
Car sub, yeah.
The car sub to eat on the way home that never existed. It's just a figment of everybody's imagination that you get to enjoy as you head back home.
It's like
nobody will know.
The place was, it's so big, there's so much going on, and it was Tuesday. She said Tuesday's the best day, it's the slowest day, so if you can go
Wow.
Tuesday. She said
If
otherwise.
that was slow, then I'm in the wrong business.
I mean, it was like the classy, sexy sister of Buc-ee's for Italians.
Yes. Yeah.
I hate Buc-ee's, but that was awesome.
Yeah, you don't go to a Buc-ee's on a Sunday.
No, I don't go to Buc-ee's ever.
You don't like the jerky wall?
No, I can't take that place. It's overwhelming, man. But yeah, that was good, man.
Yeah. And so yeah, folks, that's a bit of a food review. It's a little rough. It was our first, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on this ride along with us.
Next time we're gonna try out what was the place?
There's another place. Yeah, that's right. It's
in
pretty
Tampa.
close. Yeah.
Downtown Tampa or whatever.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try that one.
For more Italian good eats, and you can go to deanolive.com.
Yeah, that's my website.
Yeah, Dino Live.
Dino Live, also Dean Olive.
Yes.
I bought some olives too. I bought olives.
I saw
bought,
that.
dude. I
Those look
bought
good. I got the
That's-
cannolis and the cookies. The
real
rainbow
Look at
cookies.
this pasta. This pasta. I know it's not fresh pasta, but it's got 6 ingredients, 5 ingredients.
The way that it should be.
Tells you the cooking time in like 8 languages, but they all say 5. So.
At least one of those languages is English and Italian.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's good.
Well, folks, thank you for watching. We'll leave you with that. We've got to drive back here, and I've got to go into a diabetic coma soon after I get home and eat all of those sweets. So follow along.
Oh, that's right. You got desserts too. You
Yeah,
fat
yeah. Well, that's what I've been saying. I got a cannoli. I got rainbow cookies, man. Who doesn't love rainbow cookies?
Yeah,
They're
hey.
the best.
When in Rome.
Exactly. When in the Italian wonderland of Mazzaro's,
Oh my God.
you get one of everything. And even if you don't like it, you get more.
Hey, and even the deli people are kind of New Yorky, right?
yeah.
She's
What do you want?
What do you want? I'm like, oh,
Number 81, that's you. What do you
I
want?
was back on Long Island. Holy shit. Aunt Marie, what are you doing here?
I know. But folks, thank you for watching. Share it with your friends. And if you are in the St. Pete area, check that place out. And we're going to try to do some more food reviews like this and go check out some of our Italian heritage and have some fun
All over the area.
all over the area. So we'll see you next time, folks. Thank you very much.
Peace.